In this video, you will learn how to stitch the side seams and finish the slits of a kurti. To learn how to stitch the sleeves of the kurti, watch the previous video. Open the garment and lay it on the table, inside out. Pick up the first sleeve and hold both ends of the hem together such that the raw edges are aligned all the way to the armhole. Leaving a half-inch seam allowance, make a reverse stitch at the hem and proceed onwards up the arm. Make sure that your two layers are flat without any folds. When you reach the armhole, check if the raw edges are aligned and continue stitching down to the waistline along the side seam line. Ensure that you're maintaining the seam allowance. When you reach the notch marking the end of the side seam, make a reverse stitch, leaving a slit along the rest of the fabric. Cut the thread and repeat the same process on the other side of the garment. You may now secure the raw edges of fabric along the side slits of the kurti. To do this, fold in the raw edge of the fabric from the end of the side seam to the bottom hem and tuck it inwards once more to make a double fold as shown. Finger press the fold to set a crease and do the same on the second edge of the slit. If you feel more comfortable, pin the fold. Place the hem end of the fold under the needle and start stitching it in place all the way up the slit. When you reach the beginning of the slit, lift the presser foot to pivot the fabric by 90 degrees. Make double folds along both edges of the slit. Reverse stitch to and fro across the edge of the side seam to set the folds in place. When this is done, pivot the garment further by 90 degrees to stitch in place the fold along the second edge of the slit. Continue stitching down past the hemline. Stitch off the edge and cut the thread. Repeat the same process to secure the raw edges of the slit on the second side. You have now learned how to stitch the side seams of a kurti. Watch the next video to stitch the hem and finish your garment.